Hey guys, welcome to the channel if you're new, welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil and it is time for the next episode of The Haunting of Hill House. I get chills just thinking about watching an episode of this show, guys. I am already on edge. I am especially nervous about this particular episode because there is one thing I know for sure about this episode and one other thing that I'm 99% certain about, and neither of them make me feel good. First of all, what I know for sure is the title of this episode is The Bent Neck Lady. And she's made appearances already in the show a couple of brief times. She seems to have an affinity to little Nellie. And Nell, just before she called her dad and then went into the house again in present day, said the bent neck lady is back. So I'm sure there's going to be some more creepy, startly moments related to her. And the other thing I'm 99% sure of is that this is going to be a Nell-centric episode. We've made our way through the rest of the kids, working our way towards this moment, and for everything I've heard is Nell has certainly been the most haunted of the Crane children, which is saying a lot, because we got Luke last episode, and he seems to have been haunted by the really tall man in the bowler hat his entire life. He was haunted. He saw the creepy dead monster in the unfinished secret basement when he was a kid, and he's also haunted by his mother. And yet, I think Nell's had it even worse because, well, she seems to have killed herself. But before we get into this episode, I do want to talk about, as much as the bent neck lady, sort of the ghost we've talked about the most, there's all sorts of haunting going on here because young Luke also, well, not necessarily scared by, saw this presumed ghost called Abigail a lot. A young girl in the woods, especially. There was the monster in the mystery basement. There was the bowler hat man. There's also Mom's ghost. Mom has haunted everybody else in the story, it seems. Dad is still haunted by her in present day. We had that scene where she may or may not have been in his bed. I mean, like, obviously with hauntings, it could be could be a dream, it could be a hallucination, it could actually be a ghost, who knows. But for the purposes of this show, since this is a ghost story, let's assume that more often than not it's going to be ghosts. So anyway, Dad had a vision of a ghost in his bed in present day. Shirley, when she was leaving the morgue in the bottom of her funeral home, saw her mom's corpse rise briefly, even though nothing was there. Theo, when she was a kid, had a premonition of her mom's death when she touched her mom with her bare hands. Luke, the bowler hat man, when he was waiting to be picked up in present day, suddenly turned into his mom. Everybody is being haunted by Mom, except, unless I missed it, Big Brother Steven. So I don't know if there's something going on there, or whether we just haven't seen how she haunts him. He seems to be the biggest denier amongst the group. He doesn't want ghosts to exist, even though he makes a living writing about them. He doesn't believe in them. He thinks the only way they can exist is if he really embellishes stories. Anyway, I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm nervous about where this may be going next. I will probably be unsettled for the next hour, and I will try not to shriek too much. And if I do, I'll do my best to temper it in the audio of this file so that I don't accidentally blow out your ears. Let's jump into it, guys. This is episode 5 of The Haunting of Hill House, and it's called The Bent Neck Lady. Well, we're back to the 80s. This is almost our opening sequence, maybe, when we first saw the bent neck lady. Oh, God. Is she going to come out of the shadows again? Is she right there? Yep. Boy. Is this the first night? Oh, no, this is another time.
Well, that's a new one.
She's gone now, right?
Okay, so this is the first time.
I'd rather sleep here.
Well, we've seen this too.
Can I have a locket like that someday?
You can hold on to it tonight, and when you're older, I'll give you this one.
That's what she was holding on to, the locket. I thought it was like a watch or something the first time I saw it. But it's a locket with her and Luke, because they're twins, which we didn't know at the beginning either. But makes total sense. And I also know what's coming here when Mum leaves, because Bent Neck Lady's dangling right over top of the sofa. Oh, this clock slowing down like that too. It's so freaky. Oh god, it's talking.
Or move my arms or legs. I usually start to panic and my breath gets fast and heavy.
And how long does this last? Until you're able to move again?
Maybe a minute. But it feels like hours sometimes.
And you said the first occurrence happened...
When I was 6.
Is this the guy she ends up marrying?
During these episodes. Your dreams may carry over.
A little spill.
That's what Dad used to say. Your dreams spill over.
It's nice to be listened to.
Do you drink coffee?
Are you
asking?
Are you asking me if I want to get coffee?
It's for the health history section in your file.
Oh.
I was planning on waiting until the end of your visit to ask you out for coffee. But since you brought it up...
Oh, what a fun meet cute. So, where's Arthur modern day? We've seen him up to the wedding. Oh, Rear Window. Great movie.
Never had a better offer in your whole life. One with everything.
I think that's Rear Window. That's Grace Kelly for sure. Oh. Oh dear. Every time we look down on her like that.
Remember the plan, all right? Control your breath. Clench your face. Good. You did it. Good.
For heavenly days, all the clouds blew away.
Dad's a wreck. No Luke though. No Luke.
Arthur doesn't start his UCLA job till June, so we'll have lots of time to spend with you guys.
Great.
Yeah.
Something went wrong in LA that Theo talked about.
I wish he was here today.
He came and Shirley shooed him away. How? I think this actress was hired for her worried face. Because she does a really good worried face. 8 months later. I guess it makes sense that this entire episode's pretty much going to be flashback since she's dead today, but maybe we're gonna get right up to the day of her death. I don't know. Does she still see the bent neck lady though in these moments? Because they haven't shown that. They've just shown her with sleep paralysis. She sees her mom. Whoa. Oh my god, what happened to Arthur? Oh no. What the hell? Did it... What the hell? Oh dear god. Oh god. What happened to Arthur? I mean, his neck was bent. It was like he was attacked, but... Oh dear god.
He was dead and she was back. He came into my life and she went away.
Oh man.
And then she killed him.
It's perfectly normal to want to find something to blame.
I know what's to blame.
Hill House.
Hill House.
Oh, man. Mr. Smiley. That was a thing in Theo's backstory.
Jacqueline's Cup of Stars. Here she is. Her mom owned this house, Mrs. Hill. Hazel, her name was Hazel.
Is Jacqueline the bent neck lady? Or is Hazel the bent neck lady? Or is Mom the bent neck lady?
One of the things she kept saying was that Jacqueline needed her cup of stars.
I'm only going to drink out of this one. For anything.
Come with me right now.
What's going on?
We have a very, very important job. We take care of the house. It takes care of us.
I want it right on the wall.
Migraine.
Are you okay?
No.
No. You didn't. I'm pulling down this wallpaper anyway.
Oh, what else does it say? What else does it say? Come home, Nell? Ugh. Oi.
Hey.
Jeez, thanks for picking me up.
Is she putting him into another rehab, or what's she doing to
I'm
help
proud of
him?
you.
Yeah, I'm a real winner. Okay, so here it is. I
owe
need to
him.
get well before I go in.
One last fix.
I owe that guy, and if he sees me coming in,
Gonna kick my ass.
but he doesn't know you.
Is this 3 months ago? Is this the start of his most recent one?
I just need to get well one last time. Just
Isn't it messed up that they call it getting well, getting a fix? I get it. I mean, it's an extreme painkiller. That's what opiates do. They make you feel better. They kill the pain. And I bet Luke's got a lot.
I'll be right back.
You better not steal her car or anything terrible like that. Don't take her pills, dude. Man, this feels like Vancouver's downtown east
Spit
side.
that out of his mouth.
you know, that's what they do.
He's gonna cook up right here and... Oh, man.
You're still collecting those buttons?
Oh, dear God. I thought you just saw her in bed. Are we ever going to see the face? Getting rid of all of her pills.
The first few days he was there, I felt like I had the worst flu of my life. Day 4, I started
It's
to
the
feel
twin
better.
thing. Going
No, I
through
haven't had any
withdrawals.
phantom pains or anything like that.
How is this new medication working for you?
It's great.
Are you sure?
I wish you would have called me. That is not the way you help an addict.
Was that the LA thing Theo was talking about? Why she doesn't talk with Nell anymore?
You said you would.
Please, you know I don't like
You said you would. Anything?
No,
But she's going to touch something else in the room.
I'm sorry.
Here.
Oh, where Arthur died.
Nellie, I don't want to...
You said you...
Hey!
Oh,
Fuck! Nellie!
I just want to know if he's still here.
He's not. And that fucking sucks. And I know that. And I'm sorry, but you can't live like this. I wish you would consider just moving back east.
I have to be here for Luke when he gets out.
So he's a place to crash after a binge?
He's in rehab.
He made you buy him heroin on the way in.
it doesn't look good.
Like you're above taking money from family. Yeah, you really want to talk about what Shirley knows and doesn't know?
What does
Right.
that mean?
I guess that's a no.
I guess she knows about the book money.
I've got your back. But I also have my limits.
Only with us. And never with yourself. Don't lecture me about adulthood, Theo. Not from Shirley's fucking guest house.
Yeah, so that was the last time they spoke.
Do you keep in touch with your father?
Again, I'm not going to answer questions about my family.
I worked on a show called Alcatraz, J.J. Abrams.
I have a question.
We only got 13 episodes, but we started to deal with a bit of the haunting stuff.
Why did you charge these people $30 a head to sit here and listen to you talk about things that you don't believe? You tell me I'm crazy and that Mom was crazy, and then you tell our stories. My stories.
We can talk about this later.
And you're supposed to be my big brother.
Ouch.
You know, you're supposed to protect me. I'm just asking why.
Just why?
I just want to know why.
Why the hell are you doing this now? Huh? Are you off your meds?
No.
Yeah.
I confronted my brother. Just like you told me to.
The problem is that you haven't confronted your past. And I think that if you were to look at it today after all these years, empty in the woods, you'd find it's not a monster. It's barely even a house. It's a carcass.
That's what prompted her. A couple of stars. Man, we're gonna get to see exactly what happened, eh? Or are we? Why did she suddenly call saying she was worried about Luke, though? I wonder about that. Pocket Watch Happy 10th Anniversary? I didn't get to read all of that. Oh. Good transition.
Everything's okay. I just need you guys to camp out here for a little while. Now, I need you guys to take care of each other right now. Can you do that for me? Here. Okay.
No Theo, no Steve.
I'm not sure what I do. Did you see anything?
Yeah, your eyes were open, dude.
What did you mean? Mommy looked hurt. She fell on the floor. We were in the red room having a tea party with Abigail and Mommy. That wasn't Mommy.
Oh, dear. So, how did the twins get into the red room? There's the bent neck lady and Abigail. 7. Just like Luke taught her.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, jeez. Sleep paralysis. Daddy, the bent neck lady's back. Oh, no. No wonder she's worried about Luke. Oh, dear God. And now someone's trying to get in? What the hell?
Did you find Mommy?
Oh my God, he's just covered in blood.
She's okay now. See, so...
Oh.
When the little hands...
The pocket watches from Dad. Whew. So, what was trying to get in last night?
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. It's hard seeing this all from her perspective. Just deny.
I need you to call me.
I'm worried about Luke.
I'm worried about Luke.
Yeah, no kidding. Ugh. That's not cool. Just walk to daylight. Wah! Jeez. That neck lady's back. What's up with the shifting shadows like that? What's going on? That was a cool effect. She was there, non-moving for like hours. Oh boy.
There's nothing wrong with going at night.
Don't.
Just a carcass in the woods.
You don't want to see a carcass in the woods at night.
It's just a carcass.
Really, you don't want to see a carcass in the woods at any time. She's a brave woman, but jeez. Oh, fun. Well, it doesn't look like it's actually done up. I'm just dummy locked. Oh man, that's some good fog effect And some heavy fog effect they got going on.
I'm gonna drive to Orlando.
Oh, lights coming
flight to
on.
LA. Steve's closest. You go to him.
Okay.
Oh boy. Just signaling her in. It's definitely not a carcass anymore. She does the double tap. That's her like little connection to Dad after he had basically abandoned his kids. Why would you go in? Oh dear. They see
Which
her?
way did he go, Nellie?
It's almost bedtime.
We were gonna have a tea party. Come on.
She's like seeing visions of her whole family as 26 years ago. Well, come home.
Mommy.
How much of this is off the meds?
Good. You're here.
Oh boy. Oh dear God, this is so unsettling. It's so
I
unsettling.
always believed you.
This is her happy place. Everything's good. She's hearing everything she wanted to hear, but she is absolutely delusional right now. So the lights were delusional too, and everything. She's just like, wow. This is crazy. And I'm nervous as heck. Middle drawer of the dresser. What's in there? Presumably that frilly thing that she was dancing around in a couple episodes ago.
We can't be late for the reception. You're expected.
Boy. This is so creepy. She's like reliving her wedding of a sort.
I'm so sorry that we fought.
It's okay.
The house is giving her everything she ever wanted. Where's Luke?
I'm so proud of you, but
There he is.
I'm clean and sober, all thanks to you.
Oh, man. Oh, this is heartbreaking. Because you just know, like,
I've missed you.
She's so sick.
So much.
Her mind's gone, and she's just
Oh, heavenly days.
seeing this all.
I know.
She's absolutely broken. And she's just gone to this, like, messed up utopia. This is what we saw. Her dancing through the statues by herself. Oh, I don't want to see her die. I don't want to see her die. Why do we focus on the statue like that? That's like the whole Hill family behind them, wasn't it? Oh, I'm petrified. Is that Abigail?
hello?
That's the girl that Luke keeps seeing, right?
We're going to have a tea party.
Up in the red room with Mom and Abigail and Luke, but that wasn't Mom. That wasn't Mom. No wonder Luke's so messed up too, if he was there and she knows that wasn't Mom. Oh God. Oh, these ropes hanging from the railing make me so uncomfortable. Yeah.
Nellie.
The locket, the noose, the locket are going to be the same thing. Oh. Oh dear God.
It's time to wake up, sweetheart.
Oh God. Oh God. She saw herself. It's herself. It's always been her. It's always... it's always been hers. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what to say, guys. It's horrible, and I was worried it was gonna be something like that. Like, we never showed the bent neck lady's face, and I was worried it was. I thought it might be her mom's face. Like, she was always haunted by that image of her mom, but it's she saw her own death when she was 6, and it's been, that image has been haunting her ever since. And of course, when you're 6, you don't recognize, but seeing it all and, you know, being on the other side of every single one of those encounters in the moment of your death, that's so messed up. But that's gonna haunt me, guys. That's gonna stick in my mind for a long time. Whew. But I have to say, like, incredibly well written. That's what I'm really loving about this story. Is it absolutely has its bone-chilling, scary, frightening moments that you're questioning what you're seeing, but it's beyond just shock value. Like, a lot of horror is just about shock value, and this is so not that. This is psychologically rich. It's mysterious, and it's uncertain, and, you know, it's delving into mental illness and addiction, but not just like as, you know, very special episodes of Blossom type of mental illness and addiction, but like, what does that do to your mental state? What does that do to your day-to-day existence as far as coping with trauma from your childhood and everything else? It's a fascinating exploration. We were never told that she hung herself, and yet, I don't know, like, it doesn't surprise me in the least that she did. Those ropes hanging at the top of the circular staircase, I think the first time I saw them, I'm like, oh, that can't be good. It was an accident waiting to happen. Tying in the locket to the noose. You know, she's got these, like, almost fetishistic objects that she connects herself to with her mother and her father. The locket that she never got, and the pocket watch that she got from her dad, which was the last thing that he probably gave her. Just such a sad, traumatic, messed up life, save for this 2-year little window where she had Arthur, and it was all better. But, you know, all it took was, you know, her psychologist saying, you know, the house is just a carcass in the woods. But I mean, like, that's not a defusing description in my mind. Like, you're calling something a carcass in the woods. I don't want to go see it. I certainly don't want to go see it in the night, and it doesn't make me think of it in a less frightening, traumatizing way. But anyway, that's what it did for her, and that's what made her fly to Boston and drive out to whatever town Hill House is near and stay in which I think was the exact same motel room that they got evacuated to by their dad 26 years earlier. And then what was up with the vision of Luke on the ceiling? That was so weird. Like, what was that vision? Because Luke has been doing well. I mean, He certainly had a difficult time of it, but he is still clean as far as we know from a couple episodes ago. It's a really interesting family because, well, I want to know more about Dad for one thing, especially modern day Dad. But amongst the siblings, it feels like the older they are, the worse they get. You know, or at least the youngest two are certainly the most sympathetic, even though Nell was certainly mentally ill to some degree, and Luke was certainly an addict. That was, in a sense, each of those were their coping mechanism for the trauma of their childhood. Theo is mostly sympathetic, but like Nell said, she doesn't let anyone get closer. She doesn't think about anyone more than she thinks about herself. And that's not because she thinks about herself in such glowing terms, but just that she doesn't want to get attached to anybody because of the loss of her childhood, perhaps. And she doesn't want those close connections because those close connections are when she sees bad stuff. Shirley is so rigid and controlling. And Steven's just, maybe it's just recency bias because the last two episodes we've seen have been from the perspective of Luke and now Nell. But Steven's actions have done very little to help those two in their problems. Whether he's enabling Steven or ignoring Nell or discounting her, her talking about her problems. He's a non-believer, and that's really hard for two kids that clearly witnessed so much in the childhood, that basically being told we don't believe in you from your older brother, someone that you respect more than almost anyone else in the world, that's gonna mess with you. Anyway, I am loving this show, not for the horror part of it, although I can appreciate the horror part of it, the ghost story part of it, the fact that is really well executed and fascinating, and I do want to know more about it. But what I'm really loving about this show is the family drama of it. It feels real. Obviously, it's special circumstances. This is a family that went through some insane trauma 26 years ago, and many of them still continue to live very surreal, haunted lives. But they're very real people nonetheless. And the family dynamics feel very real nonetheless. And they're just as messed up, if not more so, than any other family in very real, relatable ways. And I find the writing really excellent in that regard. And the performances feel really genuine. I think, in a way, horror, I imagine, and I'm certainly not an actor, and I never want to be an actor, and I would never presume to know the acting process. But I would imagine that acting in horror can present challenges. Superficially, it's easy. Act scared, run away, be brave. It's very visceral and physical, and it doesn't require a ton of layers. It's all worn on the surface. But this story, there's so much going on under the surface about trust and truth and honesty versus basically who do you tell what, what secrets do you keep, what can't you share with others, the performances and the really are really compelling in the show, and that's why I'm tuning in episode by episode to see more of that, because I think they're excellent, and I hope that's why you're coming back to see my reactions to it too. I feel like I don't talk a lot during this show, and that's because I'm nervous as heck. I hope that there's enough to put together a decent reaction here. It might just be moments of me cowering behind my hands, because I feel like that's happening a lot too. But I am enjoying this show, and I'd love to hear from those of you who are enjoying it too. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the series so far. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to check out my Patreon if you're interested in early access or my full-length reactions. And until next time, everybody, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.